Well, this video shows a botched LMPD raid that ended with a painter, his girlfriend, and her 10-year-old daughter in handcuffs.
The suspect police were looking for never lived in the home and was already in jail. As WDRB's Hayden Ristevsky tells us, 5 years later, the city just wrote that family a check to settle a lawsuit. Hayden?
Guys, the body camera video from back in July of 2019 shows a very chaotic scene. Within seconds of shouting demands to exit, police shattered, then shot through a window.
I've got cover, Chief. I got it. Show me your heads,
The city agreed to pay $180,000 to Roy Stucker, his girlfriend, and her young daughter, who were all inside that home at the time of the raid. Stucker had been hired as a contractor to paint the home for a new tenant. The lawsuit accused police of acting on stale information and without probable cause when nearly a dozen officers showed up to serve a warrant on a drug suspect. The target of that investigation had already been arrested and was already in custody. The suit was originally dismissed, but an appeals court overturned that ruling in June. It found that the suspect police were looking for did not even live at the home, was never seen conducting a drug deal there, and had only visited the person who lived there weeks prior to that search.
I mean, we wasn't doing nothing wrong. We was there working as a family and got dragged through the mud, treated like criminals. I mean, even after they knew it wasn't us, they still carried on. You know, talked crazy to us, cussed, laughed in a crying kid's face, handcuffed a kid. It's unbelievable.
Court records show the case was dismissed in U.S. District Court on Monday after both sides reached the six-figure settlement. In response to the settlement, attorney Josh Rose, who represented the couple, says they are glad to put this behind them. Hayden Ristevsky, WDRB News.
Let me just first be transparent and say I already recorded this video, man, and I haven't had to do this in a long time, man, but I just was disgusted by this video, man. I was thinking about how they pulled that gun on that family, how they shot at them. And the father says, you know, even after they realized that it wasn't us, they continued to keep us handcuffed and, you know what I mean, treat us just crazy in despicable ways. And that's not far-fetched, I don't believe, not when you're thinking about cops. I'm irate because I'm just really thinking, I know there's a lot of crime going on in our world right now, and children, even small children, have throughout human history committed some horrible acts, man. But I'm just wondering, like, what was that 10-year-old doing to make y'all think that after y'all realized y'all fucked up, y'all needed to put her in handcuffs or keep her in handcuffs or not treat her like she was a child, right? A lot of people's minds automatically go to, oh, well, you can't do a little girl. I'm telling you guys, there's going to always be contention between me and you if you're of that mindset that there's such a distinction between men and women and girls and boys that it's a little more okay if men are mistreated than it is if women and children are. You're always going to have contention with me because my message is never going to be that. You guys know I'm a Christian. I don't care how you feel about that, just like you don't care how I feel about your life decisions. And my worldview, which comes from the Bible, says that we all were created in the image of God. I think our minds have been tainted with this idea, and men do it out of some sense of nobility. Hey man, we got to put women and children before ourselves, and that is contextually true, just like it's contextually true that they need to consider us as a priority at times, and they need to consider themselves, and we need to consider ourselves, and so forth and so on. I had to say that because I automatically know so many minds have been indoctrinated, just like cop sympathizers' mind have been indoctrinated. We don't think through things just like they don't think through things. So it's not about it was a little girl here. I'm mentioning a little girl because that's who was in the damn story. But nobody should be treated like that. And yes, there should be an extra layer of protection for us when it comes to children, but not because they're more special than us, but because they're more vulnerable than us in most cases, right? So that's the distinction there. Let me get back to this damn topic. I'm also disgusted by the fact that said this in another one of my videos, man. Instead of just admitting, even after that day was over with, I mean, they said this happened years ago and they're just resolving the case in court. So instead of just admitting that they were wrong, after wasting taxpayers' money to raid that vacant home that somebody was trying to repair, so I guess they could sell it and or live in it, after wasting money to do that, and on whatever that failed investigation cost you guys, because the suspect that you wasted all that money and put all that effort and energy into capturing was already captured. But you guys didn't just, hey man, throw in the towel there. You then went on to waste more taxpayer money denying this family some type of resolution to this trauma that you caused them. I just circle the wagon because a lot of people will say, man, you have to be a psychopath to take this kind of job. And I don't like to make extreme judgments and condemnations about anybody's characters, including these terrorist law enforcement agents that serve out, did I say that? That terrorize our public. What the hell was I thinking? I tell you, I don't deal with government or police, but individually I try to give everybody a chance. So I do that with cops even. But I'm telling you, man, the more I watch these videos, the more I watch these interactions, I'm just starting to believe that they're true. I mean, it's true when you guys say you got to be a psychopath, because I mean, there's so many times in a lot of these interactions when any one of them could just say, hey, man, this is too much. We've gone too far. We are actually the ones who are the criminals in this situation and breaking the law right now. And instead of doing that, man, they just continue on in that dereliction of not only duty, but morality, any type of ethical code, and any just real sense of humanity and common decency, man. They just keep forging the path, bro, like they did in this situation. Them people had to go to court, they had to fight, they had to pay lawyers and stuff, and y'all could have just came to them and said, hey, this ain't our money anyway. We did mess up. We didn't just terrorize you adults, we also terrorized your child. Hey, what can we do to settle this out of court? We're not going to take you through more ins and outs, dragging you to the courthouse, phone conversations with your attorney, video conferences, and all that ignorance. This is why Back to Blue, I cannot see them as heroes, man. How? I cannot see a cop and see a good cop. How? This is the organization that they work for. If we do an honest assessment of who cops are to the American, and honest, we're going to talk about the good and the bad, nobody in their right mind wouldn't walk away concerned. You're not going to convince me of that, man. There's no way this family should have ever gone through that. One of their checks and balances, one of their fail-safes before that operation got to the street should have caught the error and saved not only taxpayer money, those terrorist cops' time, and that family the threat of people who are hired and brag about protecting and serving. They shot. You shooting for a family? Was there any reports in that journalistic story about that family having weapons? Y'all kept that baby handcuffed? What y'all thought she was going to do? Make a drug deal right there in front of y'all while y'all were bursting into the home that they were in with guns and weapons drawn and active and firing? Back to Blue, man. I want to say something so poignant for y'all. I don't got a damn thing. I just need y'all to make this make sense. Why y'all think we supposed to celebrate these cowards?
Well, this video shows a botched LMPD raid that ended with a painter, his girlfriend, and her 10-year-old daughter in handcuffs.
Man can't even go to work and make a living for his family. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.